I'm back on the first page of my Facebook app, and at the bottom I've clicked the Get Started with the example code, and here's that example code. I've now downloaded the PHP client files, and here's the code that has the keys inserted in it. So this code should run without modification. So what I will do is copy this code and paste it into a new document. Now, because I've done this before, I'll give you a little thing to watch for. Do you see this beginning here, the beginning of the PHP code? There has to be a matching question mark to close it at the end, and it's not shown here. So I'm going to have to put it in myself. So I will copy this code, go into BBEdit, which is the tool that I use for editing, and come down here and close the PHP code. Just check and make certain that the first and last lines of that example code are complete and you're not missing something. I've also done some sloppy copying and pasting and missed part of the opening section. Just make sure that it's complete. So now this is okay. I can save it, and I'm going to put it into Facebook Apps, in my dev folder, into JFBirds, and inside app, and I'm going to call it, well, what should I call it? You don't have to worry, because the code that was generated for you tells you what to call it. This is the index.php file. So that's what I will call it, index.php. Inside the folder that I've indicated is where the application is going to be. Now, before I try to run it, there's one additional thing that I'm going to have to do. If you notice that the file structure that I wound up using is a little more complex than what I had envisioned at the beginning, because the Canvas page here is champlainart/dev/jfbirds, but in fact where I have actually put that file is inside jfbirds/app. So I'm going to have to change the path. So I put the app directory at the end of it so that it will find index.php in the location that I've used. This is very common. As you're setting up an application, you may rearrange things, and just go back and check that the Canvas callback URL is now what you expect it to be, and that it matches. So now I'm ready to save the changes, and let's see what happens when I try to run the application.